Welcome to Employment Law This Week. I'm George Whipple. The Department of Labor is racing ahead with its agenda, with several rules that could change the landscape for employers, such as new workplace inspection policies and requirements around determining fiduciary status. The agency is also using procedures around the rules to facilitate its agenda. For example, the department recently denied requests to extend public comment periods for both the overtime and fiduciary rules. Epstein Becker Green's Paul DeCamp tells us more.
The fact that the department chose to deny both of those extension requests suggests to me that the department has already predetermined what the outcome of the comment period is going to be. It says to me that the department wants to move very quickly and wants to get to a final rule as quickly as possible.
Last week, the House Subcommittee on Workforce Protections heard testimony on the department's proposed overtime rule. That rule would raise the salary threshold for overtime exemption. At the hearing, witnesses and members of Congress spoke out for and against the proposed rule. Paul spoke at the hearing.
Good morning, Chairman Kiley, Ranking Member Adams, and distinguished members of the subcommittee.
My testimony focused on the procedural anomalies in the rule, the historical break from precedent that the rule involves, as well as the potential illegality of the triennial automatic updating. We heard from other witnesses who focused on the practical aspects of the rule, arguing that the rule would either help or hurt workers. And then supporters of the rule tended to focus generally on the value of increasing wages for workers.
Some pushback is also coming from the courts. In 2021, President Biden released an executive order calling for a $15 minimum wage for federal contractors. That executive order led to a final rule from the DOL, but that rule was blocked by the Southern District of Texas in September of this year.
The specific ruling was that the Procurement Act does not afford the administration the authority to specify minimum wage for contractors that differs from the federal minimum wage specified in the Fair Labor Standards Act. The Department of Labor filed the notice of appeal in late November, so now the matter goes before the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit.
But the court process moves slowly. Many states and localities have already moved well beyond the $15 minimum wage that the department is trying to implement. We'll keep you updated as that progresses. But for now, what do we know about the future of the DOL?
What we do know is that pretty much anything that the administration does in the labor space is going to end up in court. What's tougher to predict is how those court challenges are going to end up.
Thanks, Paul, and thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.